So this is the center of Grand Bay, the old town. And to the right we've got our new public library, which was an old bank building that the community group converted to a library, and a grocery store, which is now a pecan shop during the winter. And this is Potter Road, and it heads down to Dezauche Lane. And this was once the center of town. To the right of this building, we are building a community park, which I will send you a link to, and you can see what we're doing with it. And this is where the old train depot used to be here in Grand Bay. This is Dezauche Lane, and you'll see that there are several cottages up and down the street. It makes a curve, and the house sits right at the end of the street. This is the Dezauche house, so named for the street. It has a new roof over the porch and a fairly new porch, but that's another story I'll tell you about later. So we just had the roof replaced and painted haint blue, and that is supposed to keep the haints away from the house. And a nice swing on the porch to sit on, and a nice purple door going inside. There's another door here, and you might be able to tell from the windows that some of these windows are original. Not really sure you can see the waviness, but there that is. It also has a handicapped access ramp going down to the parking lot. And that's the garage barn back there, and that's the railroad where you see that line of shrubbery. So you're really pretty close, but that's the ambiance of the whole thing. And this is that majestic oak tree. What you're seeing on the oak tree now is called resurrection fern. It gets dry in the summertime, and then when it rains it turns green. But that's another little biosphere on the tree. It's about 300 years old, and an arborist has come every year for the last several years and put nutrients in the ground to keep it healthy. But this is the nice wide porch that goes into the house. And we're going to ring the doorbell. Hello. Welcome. So as you can see, the seller still has some of her items here at the house, but we've got a front door and a back door to let the breezes blow through in the springtime. And we've got hardwood floors. I'll take you this way first. This room is the front room where that second door was, and you can see there's a transom window above the door, and the beaded ceiling and beaded walls. The bookcases will not remain, they're contemporary, but you can get a sense of how big the room is from here. So this goes through the hallway to another room in the front, and this has the original oak flooring in the house. I believe it's oak, and high ceilings. They're almost 12 feet tall, and beadboard walls. And these are the plantation style windows that go from floor to ceiling. And most of these windows are original. There's a couple of them that need to be replaced or have been replaced. This room has a closet, so it would be considered a bedroom if you needed to. And it's got a mantle where the fireplace was, and there's a half bath in here. This could be converted back into a full bath if you wanted to. Turn it into a full bath. It's got a new commode, tile flooring, and a pedestal sink. It's got the beadboard walls. The ceiling's not as high. And we'll walk into another room here. This is another bedroom. Still have the original oak flooring. This has a mantle here for the old fireplace. And that door right there leads into the plumbing for that half bath. So we've got the high ceilings here, and ceiling fans. And a closet. Half of that closet takes up the heating unit return. There's a room down here. That's another room that could be used as a bedroom. It's more like a storage room. It does not have the original oak floors because it was an addition at some point in time in the property. But you've got a lot of windows. Ceilings are not high. They're probably about 8 feet high here. And a door that goes out to the back porch. We're going back out to the central hallway now. And that room goes out to a little sunroom. Trying to give you as much space as I can to see where things are. Transom above the doors. And we're looking towards the front door now. You can see that blue ceiling. And then this is the kitchen. And the kitchen has tile, not tile, but little vinyl squares. And high ceilings. Those are new cabinets. It has a place for a stove, and it still has a gas hookup there. And there is a vent for a hookup in there. And then you've got sink and a dishwasher and a refrigerator. So you've got almost a full kitchen, built-in cabinet in the corner. This is the full bath here off the kitchen. You can also access it from the porch. You got a toilet, a clawfoot tub, and a pedestal sink. This does have tile flooring. It's real tile. It's not squares, linoleum squares. And this goes out to the back porch. High ceilings. The house has central heat and air, and it has a heat pump unit. And this room goes back into that front room where we came in, where there was a door. This was used at one time for antique shop in this area, and the lady lived in the rest of the house. So pretty much that's what you have here for the Dezauche house inside. And we'll take a quick look outside. Go out the back door this time. So this is a little sunroom here. There's a washer dryer hookup somewhere in here. The current seller never used it, so that would need to be investigated. And then this door goes into that second room there. And then this goes outside. So we'll walk outside and take a look at the house. And we'll start over from the front. We can take a little walk around the house. It has a metal roof that has just been repaired. There were a few leaks, but they've been repaired and guaranteed for a year. We don't know how old the original roof is. And the house has got wood siding and wood frame windows. There is no access to the attic from the outside, but it is a tall attic, so you possibly could do something with it. There is a little greenhouse here, and next door is a home that was part of this property at one time. I'll take a little walk up onto the porch. Sidewalk leading to the street, and this is that beautiful oak tree once again. Lovely front door, coach lamps on the side. This is a handicapped access ramp that goes down to the parking area. The old barn garage. This is the kitchen, where the kitchen is. Septic tank is on this side. There is city sewer available if you want to hook up to city sewer at any time. And this is the back part of the house. There's an on-demand gas water heater that's probably about 5 or 6 years old. This is the sunroom we came out of earlier. Air conditioning system. Nice patina on that metal roof. This is a lovely magnolia tree here. Big magnolia. The blossoms have just finished. And this is the backyard. Underneath that clump of stuff is fig trees and a little dog pen. And the property goes back to chain link fence in the rear. Good garden spot here. That's where there used to be a grape arbor, but now it's covered with kudzu, which could be cut back and probably revitalized. That is a hood vent for a restaurant, and that's another story I'll tell you about later. And then you've got a wood shed, wood building that's a storage shed. This is a pecan tree. It's a pretty old pecan tree. Might have pecans on it. This is the back of the storage building, the wood garage. It does need a roof, but then it is an old barn garage. And this is about where the property line is, right in this area. And you can see the railroad is right there. Property goes back to where you see the greenery. It's about a half an acre. And this house has a lot of history. There's parking in the yard. And parking on the public property next door. Be a lovely place for a home, or for a shop, or for a combination of both. It's not restricted, so you can do whatever you want to with it. We are not a town, so you can have a business as well as a residence in the property. Dezauche house.